have you been able to kind of survive the season, not having off-season with training, not having a training? Were you working out during the off-season like you were during the off-season? It's hard to get those players not having off-season.
No, for sure. I was working out like that I was going to get the opportunity to come and play somewhere. And, this is my second year in a row not having a training camp or, OTAs or anything like that. So I feel like I get behind the ball early, and then it takes me a few weeks to get going. And, it's hard. I mean, probably the singing ability. I have to go with the singing ability. That I can get a bucket on?
Everybody's getting some crazy answers.
Man,
maybe even me.
I think I can get a bucket on Steph Curry. I can get a bucket on him.
Give me a lot. What's the score?
Oh, probably 11-2, if that. Oh, I like me. I'm going to the cup. I'm strong. Yeah. I mean, we would talk a lot, here and there, especially, watching as the season went on after, I was released. I would definitely check it like, man, good game. You balling, keep killing it, just, giving them confidence. And, I'm just trying to stay positive. I was always cheering them on. And definitely after the season, he told me he was going to get married, and, he wanted to invite me to the wedding. So I was, happy. I was like, I'll definitely be there and, support you. This is more than football. It's like friendship for the rest of our life.
Yeah, I mean, very true. I think after the fire, her moments on now, they have self. I think this is the idea of picking up and knowing.
I mean, look, it was a mistake. We don't, if I could replay it and do it all over, it shouldn't have happened. So, I mean, I respect it. No, like I said, I went to the wedding. I've been staying in touch with them. Even when I was playing for Cleveland, I was always, excited to see him. We got to play him in the playoffs, and it was just, staying in touch with each other.
Last night, Travis Kelce called you the most underrated player on the team. Do you think that you're underrated?
I feel like I've been underrated my whole career. So, honestly, I just, use it as motivation.
Kareem, what does it mean to play in a game that can make history in the league?
It means everything, man. It's something that's never been done before, and it's an accomplishment that'll be remembered forever.
To that end, Kareem, when you see the Chiefs win 2 Super Bowls without you, and you grew up with these guys, came into the league with these guys, how did that make you feel, and what does that mean now?
I mean, it made me, I was hurt about it, honestly, but also I was happy for the players and, just seeing those guys, be successful. I knew how hard they work and, pushed each other, so I was excited for them.
I know that Matt doesn't get the attention that other big fans of Southeast get. But let's talk about your role from the University of Toledo, where you played 3 years, to where you're at now. I'm sure that has to be a really gratifying thing to be in a nice school, Toledo, which is a pretty good school, to be with the Chiefs, now playing on the big stage.
Honestly, I played all 4 years at Toledo, and honestly, it was just good coaching. Matt Campbell and Coach Candle did a good job of, teach me how to, run the football and be prepared for the next level. And I got put in a great situation, and I got here and learned from Coach Reed and Eric Bieniemy and all those guys, and they just really taught me the game of football, not just playing it.
And follow up to that, were there any running backs that you idolized as a kid that you wanted to try to pattern yourself on?
I was a big fan of Ricky Williams, definitely LaDainian Tomlinson and all those guys. I watched a bunch of backs.
What about Barry Sanders?
Yeah, I definitely had him on my wall too. I used to collect, pictures of running backs I wanted to be like. I even had Reggie Bush on my wall. Yep.
Kareem,
It's your first card of that chance.
What you say?
What's the difference between these cards with the one that versus cards with
The difference is I feel like I'm a smarter football player now. I learned the game. I have played a lot of football, and now the game just slowed down for me. So I think I'm a smarter football player. Oh man, he brings a tough attitude. A guy who's gonna pick up every blitz and make the big plays when his number is called. He has great hands out the backfield, and he just always showing up when the time's right.
Jerry.
I mean, it says a lot about him. He just, stayed in tune, waited for his number to get called, even if it was the last couple plays, and he did a great job of, making that play.
Kareem, can you tell us about investing? Are you in stock? Are you in real estate? Are you in crypto?
Not yet, but I'm definitely trying to get in real estate.
Kareem, who is your support system and how have they helped you this season?
My support system been, definitely my family, and I've been talking to, guys in the building, player engagement, just staying on top of it, and I've been just staying in touch with everybody that has been there for me through everything. So that's what I do.
Hey, Kareem, speaking of that, when you reflect back on the circumstances from you leaving the Chiefs, how does that make you grow? What kind of soul searching did you do? How did that change you as a person?
I mean, it changed me because I was at the top. I was at the top and led the league in rushing, did a whole bunch of stuff, and everything was going good. And then just to get knocked back down to the bottom where it all started, and then you gotta find a way to rebuild it back up to the top. So I had to just stay down. I knew it wasn't gonna be an overnight thing. I had to just believe in myself and do the right thing.
So what does redemption mean to you? Just people getting another chance to prove themselves.
Honestly, I think it's great. I'm grateful to have a second chance, and redemption means to me I got to make the most of it now. You got to make the most with your opportunity. With a second chance.
I was at